Hi, Megan.
Hi,
How's it going?
it's going great.
Good. Well, thank you for sharing your experience with working with me today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
And
of
I know a
course.
lot of people don't really know much about hypnotherapy or might kind of seem scary. So it's always nice to hear somebody's opinion on what their experience is like.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for just working with me because it has been a really amazing experience, and there is absolutely nothing scary about this experience. It's completely driven by the client. So, whatever we feel comfortable knowing or saying is just completely led by us. So it's a really awesome process, and it's so fast. Like the progress that you can make in such a short time compared to other ways of seeking mental health help and change and therapy. It's just amazing. It's mind blowing. So,
Yeah.
and I believe that because I got to work with Christine and, try this out week by week on focusing on reducing anxiety for myself. And it was amazing to me how fast the results came. I can't, was it week 4 or week 5 that I had reached my goals completely? Do you remember if it was 5 weeks or 4 weeks?
Well, we realized it in our fifth session. So really it was like the four sessions previously that had gotten you
Right.
to your complete
Yeah.
goal. So if you just want to start maybe just sharing a little bit about what your life looked like why you decided to work with me in the first place, like what you were trying to resolve so they get a picture of what it was like before you came to me.
Yeah, of course. So just since I've been a child, really, I just have had these patterns of kind of living out my weeks with just kind of anxiety about having success and being productive. A lot of it is focused around just getting things done and doing a good job and success, like completing tasks. And when I would get to these points of, oh, everything's great, everything's fine, my mind would go towards these thoughts of, okay, well, what else is a potential threat? What's a problem? What do I need to worry about? And so it's just like this ongoing cycle and pattern of feelings and symptoms of anxiety, recurring thoughts that occurred. Um, and as I, began working with Christine, we kind of figured out um, how to how to really kind of just get rid of it. I didn't even really have to know so much about why it was there, what exactly it was. It was really just letting my own mind kind of work through it and remove the obstacles and blocks that have been held there to kind of keep that for me for so many years since my childhood. And the mind just is so powerful. It knows so much, and we don't really need to know what it knows. And it just can help us get to those goals by reducing or removing any blocks and obstacles. And that's what Christine did with me, and it worked so quickly and so amazingly. I'm really excited to give her a report every time I come each week because I just am excited to tell her that my anxiety is just completely gone. And it's really nice. It's life changing.
Yeah. Yeah, so you've had this anxiety since a child basically, and we were able to get to zero after four sessions.
Yeah.
And was there anything other than tracking your anxiety levels? Was there really anything else that you had to change? Any like hard things you had to do, or was it pretty much just coming to the sessions?
That's the other amazing thing about it is that I didn't have to do anything else except come to the sessions. And yeah, like Christine's saying, I tracked every single day. I just logged a number. We kind of figured out a scale that I wanted to be at. My goal was to be between a 2 and a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10, for like the lower numbers being no anxiety and then the highest being the worst anxiety. And I ended up just getting completely zeros. And that was more than what I expected or what I thought I could get. And so just that I logged that helped me remember and believe in the progress that I was making. So that was really helpful, and it wasn't hard at all because I just would take a couple seconds and jot things down. And some days I'd forget, but if I did it every couple days at least, then it was still in my mind and I was able to remember it. So there wasn't very much work I had to do. It was just showing up to the sessions, which is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know you were at about a 4 to 7 when you came to me as far as the anxiety, and you didn't even think getting to 0 was possible.
Yeah, no,
Because
totally.
I remember the first time you were like, I'm logging 0. This is so weird. Like,
I
this is mind blowing. I didn't even know this was possible.
Yeah, it was really surprising. It was so nice, you know. And yeah, I just thought, gosh, if I get a 2 to 3, I'll be so thankful. It will be so nice. And I didn't even realize that there was, more that I could get from that. So pretty amazing.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Right. Um, so is there anything that you want to share about what you've learned through our work together, like any takeaways or anything that you're most proud of accomplishing?
Yeah. Maybe a really aha moment or takeaway is that our minds are really powerful, and that is something that I do believe, but just being able to kind of see the actual effects and like proof of this by doing these sessions with Christine, it makes me a true believer that we have so much power in our minds to create the reality that we want in our lives, and it's really simple. It's not hard. So that was really eye-opening for me.
Right. Um, and we kind of talked about removing blocks and obstacles. Is there anything else that you want to say about that, or any specific obstacles that you noticed? I think for you, we just kind of removed them. We didn't really know why. It didn't really seem to matter, but I don't know if you have anything to add.
Yeah, I didn't know what was being removed, and that was what was cool about this process is that you don't have to know, what's being removed or what's there hindering things in order for you to be free from that. So there doesn't need to be this connection between knowing what was going on and having it removed. There were some things that would come to me from my wisdom center that I didn't fully understand. But just trusting my wisdom center and just kind of letting that information come to me, letting it be processed and further understood through sleep and just, with time, was just kind of what worked. And I just really needed to trust my wisdom center. And even if some things might come to your mind that are confusing, just kind of trust that and know that even if you don't understand it, that's okay. You don't have to understand it for this to work.
Yeah. And just for everybody, the Wisdom Center technology is the specific type of hypnosis that I use. And basically, the Wisdom Center is our own inner knowledge as well as universal knowledge. And that's what we tap into through this process.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what would you say to somebody who might be on the fence about working with me or about using this Wisdom Center technology?
I would say just give it a try, be open to it. You'll be amazed how easy the path is toward the changes that you want in your life. Um, and maybe just things that you've had for such a long time that you didn't even think you could change. It's just amazing what can be done. And Christine is very, very patient and just kind of open to letting you lead the way. It's not this feeling like you're coming in and she's telling you to do this or that. It's really just her being here to facilitate, and she's really good at making you feel very comfortable, and kind of just going in the need to go. And she just kind of helps you get there. On top of everything, worst case scenario, every session is so relaxing and peaceful. So you'll just feel so rejuvenated each time you meet. It's kind of like going to get a weekly massage, and after your massage, you just feel so relaxed and rejuvenated. That's how you'll feel. Nothing scary happens. Our minds know how to protect us. And so, the information that you receive is just going to be information that your mind wants you to receive and that you can receive at this time. So it's really just this like no harm type of therapy that's very relaxing and peaceful, and it works very well. So just give it a try and have fun with it.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because with the Wisdom Center, we don't have to relive any past experiences that were traumatic. And
Mhm.
other forms of hypnosis or talk therapy, we kind of do have to relive things, and that can bring up that trauma. But this is something that allows us to just remove the blocks and obstacles without having to relive anything.
Yeah.
And which I'm sure you're familiar because you're actually a therapist. So you're familiar with the talk therapy and how this hypnotherapy actually can get you results much quicker without having to talk through all of those experiences.
Yeah. Yep, it's amazing the difference between how fast it works, this compared to talk therapy. You know, it's very fast, and also, it can be, we sometimes use the word like secret therapy, where it's kind of just you working on healing and going through this without sharing everything. So if you don't feel comfortable being vulnerable about some things, then you don't have to talk through that and say it out loud. So there's just so many ways to make this fit individual needs. And if there's any hesitancy or concern or nervousness, then, we can kind of make it fit the needs that you have. Or, so it's not scary. And I think that's a really cool part about it, along with how fast it works and just how simple it is, really. We're just kind of accessing this power that our minds have and using it for good. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, I think those are really the all the questions that I had. Is there anything else that you want to add before we wrap up?
I don't think so. I'm just very thankful for Christine. She's so good at this, and I'm a true believer because I just did it, and it's really nice. It's amazing, and it's a true gift that she's given me. So, give it a try.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate your time today.
Yeah.